Leadership has three major parts. Leading self. If you can't lead yourself, how are you going to lead others, or why should they follow you? Leading others, based on leading yourself. How do you lead others? How do you lead an organization? So all of that requires a lifelong learning. Hostage negotiation is one of the most advanced forms of leadership and influencing persuasion behavior there is. Good negotiators are always curious. Hostage negotiation is founded on the idea of curiosity of that other person. And leaders don't ask enough questions. They tell people what to do. People do not naturally resist change. People resist the pain of change, the fear of the unknown. Well, this is solid research. People do not resist naturally change. Of course, I'm aware people resist change all the time. They resist the pain of the change, the fear of the unknown. When you know what the benefit is, you're able to move beyond that. And being able to deal with the pain of the change and the fear of the unknown that's what drives resistance to change. When people can understand the benefit and they get rid of the fear, then they're going to move on. And what do most organizations do? They try to drive benefits in the change process without understanding the pain, without understanding the pain the individual is in to be able to get to the benefit. We all need to create attachments to homes, to places, to experiences, to parts of your life, to you name all kinds of things that we attach to as forms of producing comfort. Out of the attachment comes the bonding. So you and I can work together, but we don't speak much, we don't talk much, we don't look at one another. So technically we're on the same team, so we're attached. But the moment I put my hand out and we shake hands, we look at each other and a smile goes back and forth, that's bonding. Bonding means energy passes. It touches the emotions. How many of you have seen leaders or teachers who are cold, detached, disconnected, unable to bond? You see, that is a missing fundamental leadership behavior. To lead people, you have to bond to them. Over-focus on success actually produces a fear of failure because you lose the focus on effort. And the effort takes pain sometimes. It's painful to learn something, to go through something. This is why I'm saying to you from the bottom of my heart, with your kids, with your employees, with yourself, don't over-focus on success because it produces a fear of failure. That's why we have to get teachers to understand the importance of putting effort into learning. So how caring should a leader be? Not daring, but just on the caring side, 0 to 100%. How caring should a teacher or a leader be? 100%. Well, some people say, well, 80%, but you don't care about the other 20%? How do you teach someone empathy? And we have a lot of people working in organizations who are not able to feel empathy, who don't know what caring is. You ask some people, how important is caring? And they'll say 0. I don't need to care. I only want numbers. I'm here to get numbers. And they don't know what it means to really form an empathetic relationship. Why would leaders make potentially better, notice I use the word potential, make potentially better leaders than men? Empathy, the ability to bond, the ability to show caring. Now, what do women have to learn? They have to learn how to stand their ground. They have to learn how to fight like a woman and in a fair way. They have to learn to negotiate, push back. And that is primarily learned from who? The mother or the father? The father. Now, if women have to learn how to dare themselves, how to be more assertive, what do men have to learn? Caring, which is defined also as bonding. So many men are really struggling with how to bond. So where do men learn how to bond? In the bar? In the military? There's all kinds of answers I get. But no, from mother or father does the male learn how to bond? mostly the father. Now, the maternal foundation is necessary, as George Valiant found. But you look in the history of the person who is a male caring, was there a teacher, or like Denzel Washington, a coach, or a father or grandfather who taught it what it was to bond? That it is masculine to show caring, that it's masculine to express feelings, to be vulnerable. Because often leaders think if you're emotional, you're not a good leader. If you are vulnerable, you're not a good leader. And we often hear the myth that women are more emotional than men. It's actually not true. How many of you think leadership is something you're born with? Well, all leaders are born. But leadership is a talent. It is 95% learned. What did I say? It's 95% learned. And that comes from the secure bases in your family, your parents, your teachers, the bosses, the coaches. And foundation to that is having a secure base. And the last thing I want to leave you all with is this: do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail.